Record dulu. Oke, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I
Waalaikumsalam
am
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
okay. I am Muhammad Alpa Rizki, student of University Sabariah in Indonesia. I'm here. We're gonna talk about uh, language with my partner. Introduce yourself.
Ya, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Sabariah. I'm partner with Muhammad Alfarizki.
Okay.
Okay.
Here we will discuss about the challenge in learning English and other international language. Okay. Uh, okay. I will ask my partner, how do you
Yes.
overcome difficulties learning English?
Thank you for the questions. Uh, I will answer the question. Determine your goals and motivation. Choose a study method that suits your style and needs. Schedule your study time regularly and consistently. Learning English requires commitment and discipline.
Okay. I will ask next question. Yes. What difficulties do you encounter when learning English?
Uh, for myself, lack of self-confidence, limited time to study, not memorizing vocabulary, difficulty in pronunciation, fear of learning grammar, difficulty translating, not having friends to practice with.
Okay. Nice,
Mhm.
nice answer.
Yes.
Me too agree about that statement from you. Okay. Uh, and what do you do to improve your English skill?
Uh, to improve my English skills, I think yeah, increase listening, read books and articles in English, practice speaking in English, learn through podcasts, use supporting applications. Mm. Okay, thank you for your questions.
Okay.
Now I want ask you some questions.
Yes, sure.
Uh,
Uh,
how are Indonesians English skills?
uh, for me, Indonesians English skills. But I have searched uh, about how Indonesian English skills, and I got uh, data from the F English Language Proficiency Index (EFAPI) 2023 shows that the English language skills of Indonesian people are still low, namely ranking 79 out of 130 13 countries. It's so I think Indonesian need more about learn English because English is international language, and we we have to communication to other countries with English, and it's necessary for communication. Okay, that's for
Yeah,
me.
that's good. Okay, next, what makes learning English and other international language so challenging?
This is so challenging. Uh, Learning English and other international language can be challenging due to cultural variation, different linguistic structure, and complexity of learning vocabulary. Uh, because English is not English so difficult. Um, we need more to learn about English. Okay, yes, for
Oh,
me.
yes. Mm. One more. How do cultural and linguistic variations influence the language learning process?
How do cultural and linguistic variant influence the language learning process? It's cultural and linguistic variation influence the learning process by introducing variation in accent, slang term, and different in grammar and communication convention. You know, every other country have other accent slangs in their language, and that is need to be learned because uh, we can talk with people uh, in that language with relax and not uh, in relax, not just formal. Okay, that's for me.
Yes, I know slang language, but
Yeah,
little.
yeah. What do you know about slang?
For example, where to, like that. Be
Mm,
simple,
yeah, yeah,
without use grammatical in English, like that.
yeah. Okay, okay. Okay, I will ask a question to you is what is the biggest challenge in mastering the pronunciation and accent of a foreign language?
For me, the biggest difficulty in mastering the pronunciation and accent of a foreign language is overcoming the habits or sound patterns of a different native language. I think that's the biggest difficulty for me.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. It's so biggest difficult because the language is foreign about to us, right? Uh, yeah, I think it's true.
Mm.
I think okay. Next question, I will ask how to overcome difficulties in understanding the grammar and syntax of a new language.
Mhm. To overcome difficulties in the grammar and syntax of a new language, it is important to understand the basic rules and practice language skills consistently. I think that's the difficulties in the grammar of syntax.
Yeah, yeah. Grammar is so difficult. Yes.
Yes,
Uh, for communication is just don't to need on lot need grammar because communication just need expression to
yes.
approve. Okay, next. Okay, okay. Uh, Next question I will ask. why is it important to expand vocabulary in foreign language, and what is the best way to do it?
For me, expanding vocabulary in a foreign language is important for effective communication and can be done through regular reading, writing, listening, and speaking, like that.
Oh, yeah, yeah, me too.
Mm.
Very important in effective communication because if we know about lot vocabulary, we can uh, more communication to other people. Yeah, just like that. Okay. Uh,
Okay,
maybe
now I want, mm, okay, now I want to ask you, what role does cultural context play in language learning?
okay. Role does cultural context. Cultural context plays as plays an important role in understanding language because culture influence the way of thinking, expressing oneself, and communicating in a language.
Oh, yes. Okay, I want to ask again how to overcome the fear of making mistakes when speaking a foreign language.
Hmm. For the first time, I feel like yes, I fear to ask people. Uh, I fear of my mistakes and make the people angry. So like that. Okay. To overcome the fear of making mistakes, is it important to accept that making mistakes is a normal part of the learning process and to keep practicing with confidence. Yeah, that's my answer.
Hmm. Okay, I ask again and one more. What is the biggest strategy for increasing exposure to the target language outside the formal learning environment?
Okay, I think strategies for increasing exposure to the target language outside of formal learning environments includes watching films or television shows, listening to music, participating in speaking group, and traveling to countries where the language is spoken.
Yeah, that's all
Yeah,
for
yeah.
me.
Okay, okay. Uh, Last question from me is to my partner is how important is understanding the native culture of native speakers in language learning?
Oh, important understanding the native culture of native speaker in language learning. Uh, Understanding the native culture of native speaker is important because it helps in understanding the context and meaning contained in the language.
Hmm.
That's for
Yeah.
me.
Okay. Yeah, I agree about that. Okay. Maybe uh, there is last question.
Yes. I want to ask the last questions. What positive message would you like to convey to listeners who are learning English or other international languages?
Okay. My message is a positive message to listeners who are learning English or other international language is to remain persistent, be patient, and enjoy the language learning journey. and not to be afraid to make mistakes because it is a natural part of the learning process. Okay. Any
Okay.
that's answer for me.
Okay. Next about the conclusion.
Okay. For me, uh, okay, for me, a conclusion that I have about this conversation is uh, learning English is so maybe difficult and so hard, but if we uh, enjoy and patient, persistent to learning about it, about other language too, uh, we we uh, we have confidence after that, and to make it better is just do it. If make mistake is natural about learning process. Be it's there for me. Sabariah, any words?
Okay. For me, my conclusion is I think English is an international language. We can learn English from primary school until high school. And English is important language in the world. And easy, we can study English is so easy, different with the other language. I think English is the easier. We can study English. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
that's for me.
Okay, I agree too about that. So maybe just that about this conversation. Uh, uh, and for anyone who study English, just keep fighting and keep on fire. Okay. Uh, thank you.
Okay, I think until here. Thank you for your time for tonight.
Yeah, thank you
Success
for your time too.
for us.
Yeah, thank you for watching. Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.